You know, sometimes, people be boycotting these big corporations, Big corporations, man. BC, big corporations, they don't care, man. Well, man, I must be speaking to the whole world right now. Hold on, listen up. Big corporations. Big CARES Act. See? Bear Care, Big Bear Mountain, The Care Bears cartoons, man. Didn't you guys watch TV? The good stuff. Sheriff John Wayne Ivy, man. He's like John Wayne of the Wild West. He's like, what are we going to do with these kids, man? Some of them are grown adults acting like kids. What are we going to do? He says, well, anybody talk of Smokey the Bear? Yeah, Smokey the Bear is still smoking. We got to help him stop smoking, man. We need him to keep his lungs a little longer because I know he got a lot to say, especially about them big corporations. Well, big corporations care. Let me show you. How many times do you forgive them? 77 times 7 times. Well, when you're saving the 7 churches with the 7 times, you remember the Eagles band and you go, those 7 Spanish angels. 7 and 7 is both sides of the fence. That's 1 for truth. 1 nation for truth. 1 big continent. BC church. 1 big continent for truth. Both sides of the continent is both sides of the fence. Build a wall, man. Go ahead. We all love God, so it's a big continent. It's the American big continent. Didn't you learn your ABCs? Well, let's show them how much those big corporations care. Well, you got the Amazon in South America, right? You got Amazon company, big corporation. You can go pick it up, deliver it by mail, UPS, Amazon trucks, United States Postal Service, DHL, delivering healing love, DHL, delivering healing love, whatever makes you happy. We got a song about that, whatever makes you happy. You got the deep blue sea, here we go, you got lifeguards out there swimming. People might be drowning, so they got to stay fit. Well, if you're out there in the desert, man, and you're doing this cool stuff with the Mars program, we're like, let me show you how much those big corporations care. You need some power aid? Hey, more power for saving 7 churches. Amen? 77 times 7 churches is 7 churches to forgive 7 sins, Because, they weren't teaching right. God said, not again. I already did the flood. I already did the fire and the brimstone, when we dropped the nuclear bombs. So now we're going to do 7, both sides of the fence, saving and saving. They got drinks about that to celebrate. They're like, hey, have you ever had a 7 and 7? Well, they sat down at the big table and they're making all these good diplomatic deals. Like, hey, you guys want a 7 to 7? Well, not right now, man. We're still negotiating. How about some coffee? And it's like, well, we got Colombian coffee, Arabian coffee. We got, Middle Eastern coffee. We got Chinese tea. We got British tea and crumpets, the little tea biscuits, and we got all this other stuff. So, some of the stuff, too much, it's bad for you. So you got moderation, stay hydrated, okay? So you need a little power aid for the brain. Sports drink, more power for the 7 and 7, 7 and 7 churches teaching good morals and ethics, Hey, we're all in this together, we're all around the world. So, I'm a Top Gun flight school for the angels. You got quantum mechanics for the space marines. We got Air Force with really cool blue angels, man, for the blue skies of heaven. And then, we got the Army Corps of Engineers. We got Coast Guard. We got firemen, EMTs. We got preachers. We even got really cool, crazy ministers. Imagine that, man. It's like a miracle nation. Yeah. If it's hot in the summer, when we're doing all these repairs, building up this Mars program, practice program for traveling to Mars, especially, you know, rehabilitating the desert lands with good grass and good graces. You know, stay hydrated. You don't care if you drink Gatorade, bottled water, it doesn't matter what brand. The message is the same. You see? Products and services. You know, better the message, better the product and services, better the productivity. I thought I said it with an accent because I'm trying to say productivity and predictivity. The prediction system, you see, we want prediction of good deeds and a direction, not prediction of slavery. Freedom of thought with good directions, you see? And that's how much the big corporations care about all of you. See, all of you around the world, the big corporations made an international space station to go all around the world up there in the sky like angels, to let you know how much they care about all of you. Imagine that. IT, information technology, intelligence teams, United Nations. Pretty cool, huh? Well, you know, sometimes you gotta make the education a little less complex. See, I said custom technology solutions. You know, solutions today for the technology of tomorrow. They didn't understand it, so you know they were like doing all this stuff. And I says, okay, you know what? Let's just say guardian angels, you know, custom computer and technical services. You know, computers were made to solve logistical problems with logic and humanity. You know, hard for the computer to do. So we say custom computers because every angel, alien, and human being, I don't care what you are, is custom. You know, uniqueness for problem solving and working together to, you know, get the job done. So we say, you know, custom technology, you know, solutions. We didn't understand the technology, so we didn't have the information. So I was like, okay, guardian angel custom computer problem solvers. You know, computer's a problem solver. You know, guardian angel custom computer and technical services. You know, the logistics for all those people who want to do cool stuff, especially the Army Corps of Engineers, man. Love those guys, man. You see, the Army Corps of Engineers, you know, that's why they named it Ocoee, Florida, you know, Space Coast and stuff, because it's supposed to go all the way up the coast and across the nation with that stuff, you know. And so I went to New Mexico. I had to talk to my New Mexican buddies with the Area 51. You know, there was a couple aliens down there. You know, my alien buddy gave me some pesos, you know, for all the years, you know, people made a couple of errors, you know. They say, hey, man, you didn't get to keep no souvenirs, so here's some souvenirs. So, you know, maybe I'll get those back one day. They're like, how do this genius dude care about these little pesos? Well, it's because the good people of America, we the people, you know, some of them weren't geniuses. Some were geniuses. But, you know, say the peso was just this little kid, you know, in a poor schoolhouse with poor education. But that little kid, you know, might have a genius idea that all the geniuses and corporations see it and they go, oh man, that'd be really cool. That's genius. So you see, that little peso might have been worth more money than all the money in the world. And that's sort of like God. God goes, man, every hair on that boy's head or that boy's head or that person's head or every idea on that guy's head or that girl's head might be the best idea the world's ever seen. Might be a godsend. You know, so we say, you know, God bless America, you know. That's a miracle. See, God bless a miracle.